What do you think? Do you think that this defendant chooses treatment or chooses prison time? Stay tuned to watch. I'm going to play the video. I'm going to reserve my comments till the end of the video.
So I'm going to give you a choice. You know yourself better than probation knows you, better than your attorney knows you, better than I know you. But these choices come with honesty to yourself. You know, my grandmother would always say, you can be dishonest with other people if that's the way you choose your life, but don't ever be dishonest with yourself. At this point, right now, you cannot successfully complete this probation. You have other things that are going on. So if you would like, I will revoke you. I will sentence you to 3 years, or what's going to end up happening, you're going to remain in custody. They're going to do a TAP evaluation. And I'm going to order felony drug court referral. You're going to remain in custody for that. If felony drug court does not accept you, you are going to be in someone's inpatient treatment. So those are your two choices: 3 years in prison or treatment. Which do you prefer?
And with the 3 years, would I get back time for the time I...
You see, you receive credit for any time. Legally, I have to give you credit for any time you've been in custody.
And I would discharge my...
No, here's the thing. I don't do this thing where I'm talking to you about what parole is going to do.
Yes.
I can just tell you what the parole law says, but whether or not you're released or not, that's strictly on parole. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. There are certain things that you can listen to inmates about, and it will be true. One, how much time people are actually doing at the prison. An inmate, if they tell you how much time people are actually doing at the prison, usually that's true. Two, when everybody is catching chain, that's usually true. When they're trying to give you legal advice, usually not true. All right, we can go back on the record. What do you prefer?
I'll take the program.
The program, when you say program, what do you mean? Well,
Drug court referral.
it's going to be drug court referral or whatever placement they recommend. Probation has said SATF in this, but if the recommendation is SAFE, that's where you're going. And SAFE is 9 months.
I'll take TC.
He prefers TDC. Thank you for your honesty. It's going to be 3 years prison. Give you credit for any time served. And I'm sorry, are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, 3 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served.
So my name is David Volk. I'm an attorney in Bexar County. I practice there regularly. I don't have any cases in front of this particular judge at this time, and so I feel comfortable to be able to make a video just commenting on some things. A lot of you might be shocked because he selected for prison time over treatment. A lot of people would say, well, that's just wasteful. That's just silly. Why would you ever do that? We can't hear his thought bubbles. What I'm believing happened is that he computed the amount of time that he might spend in custody awaiting treatment versus actually going and serving his time. Had he chosen the treatment track, he was to go into custody immediately and wait for what's called a TAP evaluation. That's a questionnaire about drugs and alcohol where someone from probation or pretrial services will meet with the client, get some information about their drug history, and make recommendations. Although it's a simple procedure, because of how many people are on probation, how many people are in jail, city and county resources in general, it could take 3 or 4 weeks for that to happen, in my experience. Safe P, on the other hand, is a prison environment intensive lockdown treatment facility within the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And like the judge says, it's a 9-month lockdown inpatient treatment. So let's compute some of the numbers. A couple of weeks waiting for the TAP evaluation. Let's say that Safe P is ordered. You're now in custody awaiting a treatment bed, and that can be 3 or 4 months. Then you compute in the treatment time of 9 months, and then when you're done with Safe P, you're back on probation and subject to being revoked if you violate in any other way again. On the one hand, I can go to prison for 3 years, get credit for any time served, go do my time towards an end that is definite. Because once you're done with your TDCJ time, you can be released on parole at potentially, let's say, half the time. So let's say about 1.5 years. Once you have a 1.5 year jail credit, released on parole, and then you can kind of sail in the sunset and hope that you never involved in the criminal justice system again. Or if you stay within the confines of probation and do the treatment track, you may end up serving just as much jail time or prison time as you would serving your final sentence, but you still have the case pending, you still have the probation case pending, you still have to actually complete the probation, you're still subject to being revoked and serving that time or more. I tend to have a more empathetic feeling about this, in the sense of I feel bad for the judge that she has to give the defendant those choices. I feel bad for the defense attorney that he has to give the advice of, hey, here are the options, prison time or treatment. I feel bad for the defendant that he has to make that choice, but the choice has been made. So anyways, if you enjoyed my videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you for being here, and do well, people. Do well.